Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Heartbeat Stitch. I'm Amy, and this is my corner of the internet all about cross-stitch. Welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you are returning. I don't usually apologize for this, but my ring light is right behind my camera, which is my phone. So you do get glare. I just think I look like I have crazy magic eyes. But if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I'm sitting on a couch in my living room, and there's not a bunch of we don't have great lighting. There's no overhead lighting in pretty much any of the rooms in my house. You have to do everything with lamps. The only exception to that are the bathrooms, the kitchen, and our little dinette area. So, yeah, you're going to get ring light rings, but that's okay. I don't think you can see my eyes even without it because of my bifocals. Oh, there you can see my eyes. Anyway, sidetracked. It is May 17th. I have 9 more days of this school year left. Kids are working on their final project, which is a 3D constellation model that they are building. We started that on Friday. They will get the next part of it tomorrow so that they can start doing their math. I've passed both of my classes I was taking. One is closed totally. I couldn't even look at my grade for my last project because I resubmitted something. And then the other one, I got 100%. So that's great. So, pardon me. So the only thing left to do then is to work on my portfolio for my licensure, which I was going to do, but I had to do grading. I was going to get started, but I had to do grading, and then we had some errands, and it just never worked out to do it after work. So I had to do that homework time, and then I was supposed to start my portfolio stuff, and it ended up not working out with things going on. So this next week, I will take my homework time in the afternoons after school and use that to get started on my portfolio. My white hair. This is why I usually have it down, but I wanted it out of my face today. All right. What else is going on? Oh, I discovered this last couple of weeks, since I saw you last, that Minnesota has a professional women's hockey team. We were watching the Wild playoff games because my husband's a big hockey fan. And we learned about it. So we started watching them. They're really good. This is only the 3rd year of the Women's Professional Hockey League. And there have been 8 teams so far. And until this year, Minnesota's Frost team, that's the name of the female hockey team, is Frost, had won both the championships. Unfortunately, they got eliminated this last week. So they are not in the playoffs. It's an all-Canadian playoff game for the female hockey this year, but they're adding 3 teams next year. So Las Vegas, Detroit, and Hamilton, Ontario. So if you like hockey or if you like women's sports, there is a professional women's hockey team, or hockey league. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, both the Wild and the Frost got eliminated from playoffs. The Avalanche beat the Wild, as they pretty much do every time we play them. And then the Victoire, the French-Canadian team, it means victory in English, Victoire, beat them. We went to the game. They won the game we went to here in Minnesota. We drove down to St. Paul. It's an 1.5-hour drive. We got to go to the Grand Casino Arena. It was super fun. I got pictures with Snoopy in a hockey outfit. We got pictures of the ice rink, and neither of us had been to a in-person hockey game, so it was super fun. I screamed my head off. If we go next time, we'll definitely take ear protection. But they did a lot of stuff to keep the fans entertained. And I found out what they do on commercial breaks in the middle of a period. And they actually have people come out like 2 or 3 times a period in hockey and get the loose ice, like the stuff that the skates have knocked up. And they sweep off the ice chips. So they do that a couple of times a period. So when you're watching professional hockey on TV, when they go to commercial, you're not missing any of the action. They're cleaning up the ice. So I learned that, but it was super fun. Now I feel I need to actually learn some more about hockey. I would like to, it was really expensive, but I would like to go to another game, again sometime. We live right next to St. Cloud State University in our town that we live in, and it's just a couple of blocks away, and they host college games and high school hockey games for both boys and girls and men and women. So we were looking at maybe getting some season tickets to either the men's college or the female college team. So we'll have to look. They didn't have any prices for the female college team. And the reason we might do, we don't care, I mean, we don't think girls are any less good at sports, but the season tickets for the women's stuff is always cheaper because they have a harder time filling the seats. Yay, sexism! Anyway, so that's the big deal other than normal daily life stuff. I am currently at 294 subscribers. I got up to 296 and I was very excited. I'm so close to 300. And my third Flosstiversary is coming up in July. July 7th will be my Flosstiversary. And it would be so nice to be at 300 subscribers for my third Flosstiversary. So if you could have it in your heart, please, to share the word, subscribe if you aren't subscribed. I'll probably do a giveaway to celebrate my Flosstiversary and the 300 subscribers. That would be great. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all the YouTube-y things. I'm a small channel, and I know my couch is so lovely to look at. But yeah, it's either that or my husband's studio, and to sit in his computer chair. You'd see all the stuff behind on his desk, and there's worse lighting in there. So it's hard to do it in the studio if he's not there to run the computer side, so I can sit against the wall where there's nothing behind me. All right, so I actually don't have that many whips for you today. I only worked on 4 projects in the last 2 weeks. I blame Lola Crow. But I'm excited to show them to you. I've made some good progress. And I don't have any shout outs really. I've been trying to get caught up with Covered in Floss Dobby, going back and watching her older videos. So I did watch Erica and Kevin at Akio Whip, Mad Morty and the Brom. I'm trying to get caught up on Flosstube, which is a nigh impossible task. And because I'm working on my portfolio this summer, I won't have as much time to watch Flosstube as I'd like. But I am taking the first week after school's over, which is 2 weeks from now, completely off from doing any schoolwork, any homework, licensure stuff. I'm giving myself a week to just... so I'll probably watch a lot of Flosstube then. Been watching a lot of musicals for stitching challenges. Kinky Boots, finally saw that. Watched both the musical and the movie. So that was fun. But I'm getting sidetracked again. My brain is going all over the place. So I'm giving myself a week, and then I'm gonna work in the mornings for at least 2 hours every day on my portfolio, trying to get that done. If I'm really diligent, maybe I can get it done before Frogwarts. I'm not doing summer school this year. I might sub for that occasionally, but so I'm going to try to focus on doing my portfolio and getting that done as soon as possible. Then I'll have to pay the fee for them to evaluate it, which is about $400, which is much cheaper than college classes. So that will be my priority this summer, that and getting into a good exercise routine and working on giving up soda, because I have a really hard time with that. So my goal is to finish my portfolio and lose some weight, in addition to make progress on my projects. So I swerved into the whips and swerved right back away. I don't even know what to do with my brain. All right, so this is why I've only worked on 4 whips since I saw you last. As you know, last time I started and I forgot to put it as a new start last time. But it was a new start last time, but it was under the whips category. Oh, excuse me. Of course, just as I start filming, I get the stuffy nose feeling. I know, I'm supposed to be giving them up, but... So, I started The Museum After Midnight by Lola, and here is my progress. I still need to do another 527 stitches this weekend to stay on track to have the frame fully finished. I probably would have gotten more done yesterday. Ooh, that reminds me. Did I put that in? I don't think I did. Yes, I did. I was putting this towards monthly. This arch, I could not get it to line up because this side here was not at the same level as this side, and it was like shifted down, and I had to redo it like 3 times before I could get it, as you can see from the little holes, which they'll loosen up again, or I'll put some other stitches there. So I would have gotten farther in this yesterday, except for, actually I wouldn't have gotten farther, because it took me a lot longer to get my 500 stitches in, because I had to redo this arch like 3 times to get it to work right. So I didn't get to work on the other project I wanted to work on yesterday, but this is, I started this on the 24th of April. It is my belated birthday start. It is 32 count Feldspar Belfast Linen by Picture This Plus. There's 32 colors. I'm doing it 2/2. And I put it in Pattern Keeper. So I have 3,738 stitches out of 6,307 stitches. I'm at 59.27%. So I'm a little over halfway. This is week number 3, I think. Yeah. So I'm on track to have it done before the first project, or first part comes out. Sorry, I'm just double checking to make sure my needle hadn't escaped. But yes. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to finish up the teal and turquoise in here. And then I think I'm going to come up here to work on the top row and start on the whale skeleton. And then I'm going to come down here and finish up the bottom arches. And maybe I should do it the other way around. But I think I'm good. I know some people have already finished with this part. But this is going to keep me busy for a while because it's going to go into September. That's alright. It looks beautiful. Yeah. And the fabric is pretty true to color. The lighting's good for color-wise. So yes, that is whip number 1. Which I will work on between grading, because I have to. I'm trying to get everything that I have makeup work in the last week's assignments done, so that I can move on and bug them about what they're missing before the last little push here. All right, next I have for you is Wisdom by Cherry Gerhardt as the artist. This was a custom stocking. I asked Hayde to convert this into a stocking for me. Let me pull up what it will look like for you. I am using this for my Spring Awakening and fandom. Instead of starting new projects, I am trying to work on this 16 days a month because this is a gift for my kid. Make that bigger. Because she is a Ravenclaw. And so that is what it will look like when it is done. I figured out if I do 151 stitches a day or something like that, I can have it finished in time for her 30th birthday. So I was trying to get some focus. I haven't been working on this every day because what I'm doing is I work on my weeklies, and then I haven't had as much time to stitch. I've been doing other things, like I missed a whole evening of stitching for a hockey game, but totally worth it. So this is where I'm at. I've been working up here in the beak. I was working towards to see if I could get a page finish by the end of the month, so I can use it for a monthly page finish. I already used my Museum After Midnight for my Sal thing to finish, and one of my monthlies for 500 stitches on something with 6 or 7 things. But we are making progress. The beak, at the beginning of this year, this wasn't even a visible thing. But now we got his beak coming in. This is the type of the diadem. Why is it my nose is messing up just as I start filming? It was fine before. Oh wait, I did my nose spray. That's probably why. Because my nose was feeling dry. But that is Wisdom by Hade. I am doing this on 25 count Lagana, 2/1. I won't do that again with a Hade for sure. There's 86 colors. I am at 18,220 stitches out of 136,612 stitches. I'm at 13.34%, which is great because I was under 10% for years. So I'm going to work. This is one of the things I want to focus on in the next couple of years. And it's amazing that there's so many stitches in it when it's not even a rectangle. But it's looking great. It is a little, I can't skip any of the ninja stitches or the confetti because then the stitching's too tight for me to get the needle through. So I don't like to leave holes anyway, but for that especially since it's so tight with the 2/1. I started that when I thought you had to do everything 2/1. So, all right, next is Emerald Mermaid. This was one of my whip goes. And so I used it for weeklies. And here is what she's supposed to look like. The colors do not look the same in the picture as they do in real life. I'm using the called for, except for the green metallic because I can't find Krynic anywhere anymore. So I'm using some Treasure Braid that 321 Stitch recommended as a replacement. So this is by Mirabilia. I started this May 1st of last year. I'm doing it on 32 count Juniper by Fabrics by by Stephanie. There are 28 colors and I'm doing it 2/2 and I'm folding it up to try to, oops, that's too far. So here she is. Her hair's been done for a while. I worked in here. You can see I added a bunch of the green Krynic. I'm still not sure about how the colors blend together, but when you pull it back, it's fine. I had it in a hoop and I started beading anyway because I was like, I really want to do some beads and I don't have the patience to put it on the frame right now. And so I finished up these tails and I've got some beads in the tail. And the beads really do add something, I think. I'm really looking forward to going further with her and seeing how she turns out. So I've finished my 2026 stitches on her this year. My goal is to try to finish my 26 for 2026, which is 26 projects with, you're supposed to do 2026 stitches on each of them for the yearly challenge in fandom. I've gotten 12 done, so I need 13 more, but I'm almost finished with my next one for the 2026. So she's looking great, and then I've got to decide how I'm going to do it once I'm done with my 26 for 2026. I didn't finish that last year because I was trying to split it between the other yearly challenge, and so this year I've just decided to do my weeklies and my whip go. And anything on my whip go, that's what I'm using for that month. I'm using for my weeklies until I get to my 2,000 stitches, which gives me 2 finishes a month. I'm partway done on a few others because I didn't start that at the beginning of the year. And then if I finish my weeklies and still have with the whip go projects, I use another one on my 26 for 2026 list to finish out the weeklies for that month so that I can get my 2026 stitches as fast as possible so that I can then have some flexibility with how I want to do that. All right, and last was my other whip go, and I'm not quite finished with this one. I will finish it up next week. Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow, hence my Lola Crow heavy week here. So I actually lost some stitching time because on Monday when I was about to start my weeklies using this. I was like, I'm fed up flipping between the pages of the pattern. So what I did is, after I finished up my stitches, that I counted up the stitches I had done earlier in the day, I transferred this into Pattern Keeper. So I'm now working out a Pattern Keeper with my Lola Crow, both of my Lola Crows. So Deadly Aquarium, I started this for my birthday in 2024. I will give you the full on. This is 32 count Sequoia by Atomic Ranch. There's 31 colors. It's 2/2. I'm at 42.26%. It is 7,869 stitches out of 18,062. So previously on Deadly Aquarium, I had the coral done. I had this done. I have, since you saw it last, added in the Barracuda. I haven't felt like doing the back stitch. My Man o' War here, some more of the top of the water ripples. He was finished last time, but I've added some more dirt. I finished the lionfish. I need to do the back stitch. I added the jellyfish and some of this coral. And I've done, in the last week since I started working on this, I've done like, the total I've done for the year so far is 1459. So 1,450, 57 stitches. So I have just over 500 more stitches to do this before I will have finished my yearly 2026 goal for finishing this. So I should probably do the back stitch, but I just haven't felt like back stitching this week. So I think it's looking gorgeous. I can't wait to get some more of these in. I'm trying to decide which way I want to go with it. Do I want to go ahead and get my back stitch done on these guys here before I dig in and to add some more? I'm trying to decide. Oh, it's hard to see him, but there's another jellyfish starting. But that's okay. He would blend in with the water and it's fine. So that's it. That's all I got stitching wise. I focused on 4 projects. It's mostly because I'm trying to get the frame done and get my 16 days in on Wisdom. I still have like 11 days to do on Wisdom. I probably won't get to it to this weekend either. So what I'll probably do is my 200 stitches and then work on Wisdom during the week. I would like to get that done. I've had that since 2021. It's my oldest whip. I just need to get it done. Musicals have filled up my life. I'm trying to think of anything. We watched Ready or Not 2, which was super fun. And yeah, not been a lot. My brain's been too fried to remember much of what we've watched. But yeah. So I hope, I can say though that it's finally warmed up and it was 80 degrees yesterday and today is cloudy with a chance of rain. So summer is here, spring has finally gotten here for real. We had Teacher Appreciation Week, so that was nice. But mostly I've been stitching. I think next year I'm going to change up the challenges that I'm doing. I love fandom, but sometimes I'm feeling a lot of pressure, especially to watch stuff, and I'm getting burnt out on having to watch certain things. And I know I can take what I want and leave what I want, but I feel like if I don't do all of the things, like all the watch events, because those are easy, you know, I can just stitch and get 4 points while watching a movie. I feel like I'm letting my team down. So I think I might switch up what challenges I'm doing next year. It might also depend on what theme they're doing next year. But I might just, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But I do know I'm starting to feel pressure and it's becoming more of a second job in some ways. And it's totally pressure I'm putting on myself. But I think maybe I need to take a break and do a different kind of game next year. And I think I haven't started on the Wanderlust game yet. But I think that might be a better fit for me next year, maybe just because it's a at your own pace kind of game. So I am going to contemplate that. I would still do Whip Go, and I'm eagerly awaiting to know what my next month whip goes are, so I can plan out my month. And then I know Fandom's doing a focus on finishes in July, which I definitely would like to do. So my goal is to try to get one extra 26 for 2026 done this month and in June, so that I am less than 12 to go in the last half of the year. And then I'm not going to, then I'm going to focus on picking things towards that I could finish in July. And that's frogworts. So June 30th, I'll be getting to start on the frogworts piece. And then, so if I can do what I did last year, I'll have at least that as a finish. And there's a few pieces that I'm pretty close to finishing. And I have some smalls that I started last year, like little card inserts. So plan-wise, that's probably what I'm going to do for the next couple of months. But that's it. I don't really have a long video for you. If you like my projects, like, subscribe, comment, please. Let me know what you are working on while you watched. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I still would love some advice on exporting pieces of a SAL out of Pattern Keeper and back into. If you know a good video, please link it for me. That's not something I've attempted yet. But that's all I got. It's been a quiet week around here, quiet couple of weeks. Just spring fever for everybody, teachers and kids alike. I'm brain fried. And oh, I do want to say, I will be in the next couple of weeks. Then one of the things I'm working on this month too is the well hello there, Sal. For Charlie's birthday. I haven't gotten to that piece yet, but I will next week. So, happy birthday, Charlie. Hope you had a good one, or have a good one, depending on when in May. I don't remember your birth date exactly. Sorry. And if you haven't heard, Stitchy Witch 42's cancer has returned. Audrey, her cancer's back, so send her good wishes. It's got to be frustrating for her. She's still approaching it with a sense of humor and a smile, which is amazing to me. So happy birthday to Charlie. Hope you get better soon, Audrey. And that's all I got for you. I hope you have a good 2 weeks and have some good stitching time. So long, and thanks for all the stitch. I can't talk today. So long, and thanks for all the stitch. Bye.